So let's go ahead and get to Scott Frost, probably one of the most overhyped coaches in college football. And there are plenty of overhyped coaches in college football here. Glasses on, I've got some stats for you. They lay a dud against Illinois. Shocker. I wasn't going to bet it because I'm like, Illinois, it's so public. Are they seriously going to, is Nebraska finally going to figure it out? Of course not. They lose. I ended up taking Illinois live. And of course, Nebraska found a way to lose. Even against the backup quarterback for Illinois, new coach, Lovie Smith, out after he did terrible there for 5 years. And they allowed the backup quarterback and the total quarterbacks who played only 19 attempts, 15 completions. That's inexcusable. I mean, Nebraska was in it, but are we about done with Adrian Martinez? I remember it was, I think, year 2 under Scott Frost. That dude was like 4th highest on the Heisman board, and he was god awful. He was fine, but he just doesn't win. He had a crucial fumble lost. And I mean, he's an overhyped player who's going to be tied to this overhyped coach, Scott Frost. This is year 4. You start 0-1. Is he gone? Do you fire him? What makes you think that you should keep him? So the record speaks for itself. Scott Frost now 12-21 with Nebraska, 9-18 in the Big Ten. I always like giving college coaches 5 years, but Scott Frost, I'm running out of patience here in year 4. My goodness, they were a 7-point favorite. They lose outright. They face Fordham this week. So, I mean, come on. They're going to go 1-1, right? Minus 42.5. I don't think I saw anything from that team this past week 0, that tells me they're even going to beat the Fordham Rams. Are they the Rams? By 42.5 points. That's crazy. What was crazy that I found out is that Scott Frost, remember the UCF undefeated season, 13-0, and he beats Auburn in the Peach Bowl, gets the Nebraska job. He's a savior. He's coming back home. The hometown kid, the quarterback. The last time Nebraska was relevant, he comes back and he's never finished better than 5th, tied for 5th in the Big Ten West, which features teams like Northwestern, Minnesota, and Purdue. I mean, aren't you supposed to be Nebraska better than those teams? Scott Frost was supposed to help you there. He single-handedly, Nebraska, as they've forced Bill Moose into retirement now, just completely, they're a mess. You had the reports that they were doing unauthorized workouts during the pandemic, and you watched both programs, Minnesota, the Gophers, who will hopefully get both the Dawsons with a little early season report as they're ready to get throttled on Thursday by Ohio State. But you also watched Indiana soar past you. We'll see how they'll do again this year. They've got a big game coming up in opening weekend. But the funniest graphic out of all of that was, I think it was, he has the worst winning percentage in the history of Nebraska football coaches amongst 2 guys whose portraits, their head coach photos, were taken in black and white from the 50s, 60s, 40s. It's been a while, and Scott Frost is making it, he's making it look easy being one of the worst coaches in program history.